even the slightest running out of water or food won't kill them like I am over on the other thing, but it will definitely reduce their overall weight of a healthy duck if you run out of something for any length of time. So something. Do they float upside down on the pond? No, they don't. That would be funny. Oh, is it because he's from a different country that it's not allowing it?
I got him the link. For some reason, he couldn't click on it.
Alright, so my guess is we just lost some duckage on the back pond. Let's check it out. Oh, they're still there. Or they're gonna stay there half dead, but look at the egg production as well. Unhealthy, 4 pallets. Healthy, 10 pallets. So let's jump into the menu. I don't know what happens if they're gonna die. They're stuck at 0.5 pounds and 1% health. So you see, just not. We could probably, if we gave them water and food at this point, we could save the ducks. But look how far behind they are in. They're already 0.2 years young over here, and they're still only 0.5. But the healthy ducks, we've got American Pelicans at 1.5 pounds. So that is one of the things I just love. They're at 0.1 years young. And 1.2 pounds. Our khaki Campbells and American Blacks are 1.3. That is one of the cool things I like about it. You can still have them, we can save them, but they're gonna not be as fat when we go to sell them. So, going on today, we'll go another day. I want to see what happens at 1% health. You would think they would die pretty soon. Duck lives matter. They do. I'm noticed they're not quacking though. That could be, I could have the sounds down on my environment to where I can't hear them. I'll have to see if that's the case. Alright, we made it through midnight. More rain coming. We've gotta love the spring. Get some daylight. I'm guessing that we don't have any ducks behind us. If we do, maybe they just don't die until... But we still got ducks. What's their health at? 1%. They might get stuck there, but they're also mature ducks at this point. And they actually went up a couple of the American Pelicans went up. Pekins went up 1/10 of a pound. Over in our healthy enclosure, we now have 1.6 pound ducks that are young. We have the American Blacks, which are 1.7, and our American Pekins, which are 2.0, and they're all at 0.2 years, still in the young stage, so they're not reproducing yet. And we've got even more pallets.
MMO farmer, yep. Told you like it.
What's that?
The frame rate's a lot better now.
Oh. Yeah, you should run a lot better. Like I said, it was one of those things I just had to take a break from ducks, and I knew that I always try to get the biggest things fixed first, you know, and I know that as I look around on the web to see what the biggest problem of the day is, frame rates, because people are starting to get stuff built, and I knew things that had to be done. It's just the time that goes into it when you're trying to move forward, and you gotta go backwards every now and then. So, yep, that should be hold you. There's still a lot that can be done to reduce it down the road when we need to again. I might have to revisit them, but it's much more detailed than what I did today. It's like take a week to get where I want them. So hopefully that'll hold you all for now. The animals have to be in the map. Yes. So there's a lot more than just has to be in the map for this. Number one is, why aren't they quacking? Do I have my sounds on?
You don't have them all in a row.
They do have duck sounds, but the sounds are not. Let's see. Volume master's only 10 environment. And maybe I have it turned way down, but I usually can hear stuff. Huh? I don't think I have any. Yeah. Funny thing is I don't have any errors, I don't think. Oh. There is a couple that popped up. Darn it. Running mouse event. It's another seasons type thing. A mouse event. Little things. Those are old nerds. Anyhow, back to our ducks. Did we kill those guys yet? No, they're not gonna die. Our unhealthy ducks are very, very immature, but they're still hanging in there at 1%. They must have a built-in 1% until a certain point where they are allowed to die. Maybe they're not allowed to die when they're young. I don't know. Only the good die young. Khaki Campbell's 2 pounds. American Blacks 2.1. American Peckins are 2.4. You can see that our health is at 88. It's still going up. They are mature. The Peckins are at 2.4 at age 0.2. These are still young. And so are these. So they're all going to be mature ducks pretty soon. I'm going to back up and make sure we get water in there. Don't want them to run out of water. Fill up the pond again. Because I don't want to kill them off these guys anyway. Did I get the water in there? Yep. We're full of water. And we're almost full of pallets. Should put another row of pallets in. More rain. Welcome to seasons. Oh, nope, it doesn't put another row. So look at it. It actually said no more place, new pallet, eggs at duck pen. So we got the actual text in there. In the winter, the pond should turn to ice and have the ducks play hockey. You guys, come on now. I gotta clear them off just so we can have more eggs. We've got a lot of eggs. So it's one season. We're in late spring. We
Okay,
still.
So this semi worked. I'm setting auto delivery for my greenhouses with auto drive, so it can fill all my stuff up for me, and I just gotta. This is awesome.
Back to our duck enclosure. Oh my gosh. Thank you there for the Trans Am, for the $10 donation. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. Duck enclosure, 2.4 pounds. We're at 2.5 for the American Blacks. Like I said, it's just a little bit of difference. And 2.8 for our fat ducks down here. They're all, I think, mature now. Nope, they're still young. One more day, they should be ready. They are as well. And our other ones, again, they've been mistreated so badly that they are only 0.5 pounds, even though they're the same 1 day older. So unless we start feeding those guys, they're not going to give us much egg production. You can see they still only have 5 pallets. So one more day. We got to finish up our testing run. I will have to get these things to quack again. Don't know what happened to my quacking noises. Hopefully we can get the quackers back. You can watch the water slowly go down too, as it gets later. Alright, we're doing good. We're going into first day of summer, and that's how I have it planned. Right around the first day of summer is when these things should start breeding. Will the map load faster? It probably will. Well, it's all in the mods. You'll get a lot better frame rates. You might get it to load faster, but that a lot depends on your system too. I don't know if I noticed anything with load times.
I don't think there's a difference.
But frame rates when you're in the game should be a lot better. We still got our ducks alive in there. We're up to 2.8. We got mature ducks here. For those, they're all mature now at 3 pounds, and we've got these guys at 3.3. But they're all at 0.2. Once they get to 0.3 years old, they will be able to notice as they're getting bigger, they're taking more water. Can't let their water run out. Could probably go another day, but I'm gonna top up the pond. And keep on rolling. Once they get to 0.3, then they're kicking into when they can start to breed new ducks. Which we're going into summer, so thank you for the raid. Who was that? Night Cop 34 Designs. Appreciate that with a party of 10. Welcome to the stream, you 10 people at the party. Just doing some duck testing currently. Days are long and warm. We're with seasons to see how they're handling the changes. We might have just killed those other ducks. We've got one pen we're not feeding, and we've got one pen that we're keeping healthy. And the one that we're not feeding started 1 day before the healthy ducks. And they're at 1% life. I don't know when they actually die. I'm trying to figure that out. Or if they're just going to hang in there with barely a thread of life left for the rest of the time. They're definitely not going to be worth much selling them. They're still there. Are they reducing in numbers? I don't think so. They still got 30 ducks in there, 31 here. They're just not very big. We might... Oh, let's see if any of these guys will breed. Probably not because of their terrible health. Next animal in. There is not a single one of them. Hey, never back down. How you doing? Thank you, Sky Nation for life for the follow as well. All right, so that's the not good pen. This is the ones that we've been feeding. They are now at 0.3 years, but not fertile. 3.7 pounds for the American Peckins. 3.4 for the black, and 3.3 for the khaki ducks. So they're getting bigger. They've been growing. They're going through a lot more water these days. We can only go about 2 days without giving them water. And they are now mature, so the next day we should start seeing some of these guys ready for producing new ducks. Next day or two. We'll go a little fast. They're still pumping out eggs like crazy. Now, some of the stats on these would be easier to see on a 24-day season, because actually each of the different duck breeds has different gestation times, lots of tiny little tweaks, but I wanted them to all stay within the duck range. Like actual real life ducks can have newborns anywhere from 23 to 33 days on the extreme ends, but most of them are like 25 to 28 days for most breeds of ducks. So what I did was I mixed it up and slowed down the meat ducks so that they don't, it takes them a little bit longer, not much, but maybe just another week or two, because I have them all falling in there. You'll be closer to the 30-day period for the meat ducks before they will reproduce again, and closer to the 24 period for the egg breeders. Just minor, which it's only a matter of days, but on a game where seasons goes 30 days every day you start. Oh dear, did we just run out of water overnight? Yes, we did. We got to make sure our ducks are healthy. Let's see. They're still at 92% health, but you could see that we need water. That right there, that little slip up might make it so they don't go a little bit. They didn't run out of water, so I think we're okay. 92%. We got 4.2, 3.5, and 3.7. Now you're starting to see a little bit more of a difference between two because it's such a long time. Next, animals. Let's see if anything's on the breeding scale here. Tab through them all. Not yet. I think the next day we will have some. Nothing's ready.
He's getting these done first, and then they'll do the factory. That's all.
Yes. Have you started the meat factory yet? Or are you just getting the... I have to get all the stuff for animals done first so that we know what we're going to do and figure out some of the things. Again, I really hope that we can have it so that if you supply meat ducks to the factory that you actually get more meat from them. You know, I gotta look into that. Hopefully we will be able to, because they are technically 3 different build types. I just don't know how the global company script's gonna work with the animal stuff. So we're filled up with water. We're gonna go another day. We were dangerously close to running out of water as our ducks got older. The other ones behind me should be dead. I will be getting a start on the, I gotta know at least some of the things that are going into the meat factory once the animals, and get a basic. I don't necessarily have to have the modeling, but I want to get the scripting because I got to see how we want it to produce and what we want it to produce, and make sure all the new products, anything that's new, is into this map update with the this release, so that we don't have to do it again after this. But obviously, I thought this is the time to do.
Big Teddy Bear, no, he's not started the chip or Pepsi factory yet.
No, we'll get to those. Time. I'm one person. Doing a lot of stuff, trying to crank it out on as fast as I can. 4.6 for our ducks here. We need more water. 3.6, 4.2. See the difference, how you're starting to see them separate between the three breeds. We've got an animal coming on one khaki Campbell. 2 of them coming, 2 or 3. Now remember, this is a breeding duck, the khaki Campbells. So there's 4 of those, 5 of them. The American Blacks, we have, yeah, there were 5. So out of my American Blacks, we have 1, 2. Oh no, wait, we only had 1 American Black out of those. So, and we have 1 Pekin, 2, which are the meat ducks, 3. So we have 3 of those ready to give birth in a little bit. They're on their way. Let me come over and make sure we have enough water so we don't ruin the cycle here. All right. We have, notice the water mountain goes up with what, as they go, how much it takes gets adjusted. Going up another day. We're gonna have to clear my pallet spot, I think. This pallet, we can get another day out of it. I think we got a couple more boxes that can drop in. And we'll have to clear it. Well, might as well clear it now before daylight. Or maybe before we... That's how we clear my spot, so we can keep our eggs coming. Not that I need all these eggs right now, but we will when we start making stuff. That's another reason to get the animals in there. You know, animals produce a lot of things, like pepperoni for our pizza, animals and dairy. Eggs for our bakery, baked goods and different things. Synchronizing. That was pretty quick. Let's get daylight. Alright. Over to our duck enclosure has 30, but there's definitely, we got up to 5.1, 4.3, and 3.7. And we are definitely gonna have some babies real soon. because there's 0.0 years. So we're at 30. The next day, we should have a lot more because there's 4, 5. It looks like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 of them that are ready to go in the next 2 days. We need water. The fatter the duck, the more they're drinking. They're growing fast. Eventually they slow down. They're already slowing down. But they're still growing. So I thought animals, oh, you know what? They might not die. Had to fix some of this. They might just do that. They might just go down to 1 and not grow on the other ones. They're useless over there. Because there's an animal death fix Lewis script I had to put in because the new animals won't work with the animal death the way it was. So that might be where they end up right now. We will have a pizza factory eventually. What we did was we went back juice to the first version, got the save game, then went back to the developer version, which has the better stats. So that's, you just need to start it with the release version. Then if you update to the latest developer one, you should be pretty good. We haven't had any issues since. Although we're synchronizing. The chips factory, I'm trying to think. Those factories, see, those, the potato chip and the Pepsi factory, the brewery. I know we have all the stuff we need for the brewery, and I think we do have everything in there now for the potato chips,
Yeah,
except for the. We know we need dairy for the sour cream and onion.
Yep.
So we got to bring the dairy in, and then there's, like I said before, there's basically a 3-level system. We're still working on level 2 now. Level 1 was the building products for building factories. Level 2 is building the factories that supply other factories. And that's where we're going to be for a long time. Then once we have all those factories done, then we can look more toward the end factories. And we've got some 5.5 pounders, but we also now have 33. So we had 3 births overnight, which is what I wanted to show you. We can look through our list and we can see that we have a khaki Campbell. No, it's right here. We have a newborn at the 0.3 pounds. We have another newborn that came in at 0.0 pounds there. And we should have another newborn in this list somewhere. There we go. We have a black duck that's a newborn at 0.4 pounds. So there's some variety. We've got our birthing of our ducks coming along. And just filling up my water. We're gonna go one more day, see if how many we get in day 2. And then we're gonna finish this up pretty soon. Just wanted to give you guys a good idea of how that's gonna look. It's doing some seasons updating. Weather coming. The great demands. 16, 17. And going into the next day, so we had 33. We started with 30, we're up to 33. And we are now up to, let's save, fast forwarding. All right. Now we have 42 because all those first day, yeah, 33 right up to 42 because we had a lot of early birds. 4.5 pound khaki Campbell ducks. None, see, there's none ready yet. There, those aren't ready. They're back to being waiting. There's a waiting period in between. But this one's got another one coming. That one's almost ready. So we're down to 2 there. Now we have our newborns at 0.6, 0.3, 0.3, 0.3, 0.3. Our American black ducks up to 3.9. Our starter ones. Still got some of those. 0.3, 0.4, and our Peking ducks are at 5.6 pounds. And some births here. Now, that's the cycle. We've got 42 ducks. We started with 30. We're in midsummer. We'll keep getting ducks. We'll keep getting eggs. If we go back over to our shop, let me saving. It might be at some point, because this pen holds only 100 ducks, when you're getting close to filled, you're gonna come back over and we're gonna go to, let's see, is it duck enclosure 2? No, 2 has all the dead ducks. And we can take a look, and our ducks that we bought for 2 pounds, if we look at the Pekin ducks, they will fetch us $10 for a 5.6, and they're not done growing. They get up to about 12, 13 bucks a duck back. So we could theoretically make room in our pen by just selectively moving our meat ducks back over there. We've made a profit off of our 5.6 pound ducks. We've got some new ones to carry on the tradition, or you can breed them a little bit longer. And it's kind of a cool thing. I didn't get a lot, but I got some money, and they can get bigger. So you get kind of the idea. Yeah, you can edit the capacity so the pens can hold more. You are free to do whatever you want. Tons of animals. It could get fun to manage if you have 100 different ducks in that menu, though. It's going to be a lot already. Well, and later on we'll have bigger pens. So, let's see. Escape. That is pretty much how that. Oops, can I get there? And I know the duck coop icon has the chicken on it. But in 1 year, we've output all of those eggs on the healthy ducks so far. That started as 30. We've got new ducks, and down over here where we totally neglected them, we've still only got 6 pallets of ducks, eggs.
I don't know. Seasons is great, Smith.
Yeah, if you don't play with seasons, it's a little easier. Seasons adds a lot of variety. I think it's kind of cool. I'll fill that up, and I gotta figure out what we're doing next. We've updated the mods that needed to be updated, and I'm at the point where, well, I don't have, my ducks aren't quacking. Why aren't they quacking? If it's reading a file, why aren't they making noises? I think I know why. I think I might know why. Duck enclosure. Actually, here, let's get rid of X-Man's folder, put it back where it was. Alright. I used to have duck noises and now I don't. You guys can't hear them because of what's going on, but I'm checking out my files. And I think I know what the deal is. That is my duck enclosure XML file, which is not what I need. We want, here's where the wave files are. They're in duck animal husbandry, duck 1, duck 2, duck 3, duck 4. Volume 0.8, inner range. Animals husbandry. Now it should load them even though they're called OGG files. So why is it not loading them? And it's not throwing an error, so it's kind of weird. Let me make sure they're making noises. I'm hearing noises. You guys don't hear that though, do you?
Nope.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. It's kind of one of those tests where I gotta load it up in both seasons and non and see what the heck is the deal with my ducks. Because I thought I had noises at one point. So I'm gonna load up the non-seasons game first and see if I can hear them. And while that's loading, I'm going to take a restroom break. And then we'll get back to you guys in just a little bit. Let me set that up. Did I save the non-seasons game? I'm pretty sure save game 9 should work. Let's see what that one was. Yeah, that one does not have seasons. So I'll be right back in a couple minutes. Hang in there. We'll be right back. I will get duck noises one way or another, even if I have to put ambient duck noises into the mod. So let's see if there's anything quacking. Nothing's quacking. And I have no idea why. But I will, that's something that I don't feel like figuring out right now. So I'm at this point where I know that I'll have to work on duck noises. When you don't have errors, it's really baffling. And I'm also at the point where I got to start something new. And I'd rather start something new. I don't know how far we're going to get, but let's see what we can do about goats. There's so much involved in this that it literally is hard to even remember. But the first thing we have to do, we'll start off, we need fill types for goats. So we need to have, we'll go into the Pleasant Valley map. We're going to have to add our goat types into our husbandry animals. And I'm going to take, for now, I'm going to come up to my sheep and grab my we need 1, 2, 3 subtypes. Let's copy the whole sheep thing right now. Actually, yeah, we've got those in there. There are actually goat, black, white, and brown right here. So I'm gonna copy this section. Now I am separating them so they're not sheeps and goats, but they're a different species altogether. So we're gonna get rid of my sheep out of there. We have goat. No, we didn't want that to be like that. We just want the label. Excuse me. Okay. 3 subtypes of goats. 1, 2, 3. We're not doing the ram yet. That's going to be its own thing too. So we have goats. We need an animal tag to start off with as well.
Raven, everything he's doing now will work. That's when he gets the other map updated too.
Yes. The other map will have to have all this stuff copied over once I get it all done. No sense of copying it now.
Alright, guys, I'm done for
we're done. Alright. Sounds good. So animal type is gonna be goat. Have a good night.
Yep.
And we're gonna set that to the same thing as breed goat count. And we have shop item goat brown, goat type brown. We got to make sure we add those tags in. Can be bought, true. Image